everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I know you're expecting Jav, and I'm very, very sorry that I am not Jav. I'm Erin. I've been doing all the behind the scenes producing of all the live speakers, and unfortunately, she's not here right now, and I'm not sure what's going on. I'm really hoping that everything is okay, and it was hopefully just a snafu on the time. So I don't know why I have my headphones on, because you can't hear anything while I'm speaking. So I'm taking my headphones off, and you can see I am not prepared for live today. But hello, hello. I'm just stepping in while I can. Elena's going to jump in here in a minute. She's just logging in, and let's do, hi everybody. You're in my behind the scenes. This is in my producer chair right now, and that's usually where I stand when I'm filming. So you're seeing some true behind the scenes stuff right now. So I'm just looking over here. I saw some people getting the snacks, and man, the gremlins are the real deal today. We've had some glitchy sound. We've had some glitchy mics. We've had all kinds of fun stuff happening, and we now have Elena joining us. So I'm going to put my headphones back on. Hello. She wasn't prepared either, so it's all good. We're truly in Liveville right now, because that's what happens, right?
Really. This is what happens when the speaker doesn't show. And
well, you make some lemonade out of lemons when you got it. But I truly am hoping that everything's okay on her end, because I haven't heard anything, and I'm wishing her well. And I hope it was just a time zone error timing thing, because who knows?
Yeah, she's in Australia, so who knows what may have happened. And I think it's early morning there, so.
Yeah, maybe her alarm didn't go off. I don't know. I'm calling solar flares or tech gremlins. Something a little mischievous is going on around here. So
I thought I could pop in and maybe answer some questions about the print and cut hack if necessary. I also would like to tell everyone who's here, because we've had a lot of this today.
Oh.
There have been problems with people getting the emails from the summit. And 100% of the time, the problem has been that the person has unsubscribed previously from my email list, which would be Elena at blacksheep303.com. But because that email list and the support at Create with Cricut Joy email list are like under the same umbrella company, the laws behind email, particularly in the EU, that the US also complies with, if you unsubscribe from somebody's email list, we are not legally allowed to send you any further emails without having your permission, which would mean you would have to resubscribe. There is a way to have that done, but it's not easy. And so if you need to email support at Create with Cricut Joy, we can do that. But that could be a huge cause of why you may not be getting the emails if you're not getting them. I also wanted to mention that Yahoo in particular is very hard. They're very protective of people who, and want to keep you from getting things that you don't want. So if you at any point, like say, click on identify something as spam within Yahoo, they will block that email account no matter what you do. So I have had a couple people today where we've discovered that is what they did, and I can't even resubscribe them. In which case, then they have to kind of go with just the summit schedule page as their only link for the summit. So I did want to let people know that. And please be patient with the support desk. It's basically me. I have one other person who can help out periodically. And overnight, there will not be any responses. So just be aware of that as well, obviously. But I'll jump on it in the morning. So thanks. But on to more fun stuff. Questions about print and cut hack today, maybe, or anything else that I can answer?
So Jav just texted me. That's why I'm like madly texting over here. If you can hear that click. We're communicating back and forth. So she's going to be here in a minute. She's just getting herself set up. So if you do it, she will be here. So this is good news. She's coming. She's coming. As somebody already said, why would somebody unsubscribe from you? This is not right.
That is so true. Why? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, if other people get emails the way I get them, I can understand why you want to go through and like unsubscribe to a bunch of them all at one time. And sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it, but
Well,
there are
and sometimes like
consequences,
we get so many
unfortunately.
I go in that binge where I'm like, I'm getting too many emails and I'm just like, I don't want that one anymore. Unsubscribe. I don't want
Yeah.
that one anymore. And you don't think about, well, then
Yeah.
I'm never going to get anything future unless I opt in again, even
Right.
if it's an event that I want to go to. So just, it's good to know that
Yeah.
if you ever want to be part of somebody's event, be careful who you unsubscribe to.
Live and learn.
All right, so we have Jav
Oh,
here in the
looks like
wings.
Jav
So
is
I'm going to
here.
bring her on. I'm going to add her to the stage, and then we're going to pop out, and we're going to
Hey,
let Jav
Jav.
have the show. We're all
All
here
right.
together in one happy family.
Thanks, guys. Now you can talk to Jav, who you really came to see.
All right, so I'm going to pop Elena and I out, and Jav, you've got the floor. So bring on the questions for her, and I'll see you on the back end.
Bye.
Okay. We have no sound, and I can't tell her that any other way. So we cannot hear you right now. So we need to be listening for the mic. See, the gremlins are still for real, I swear. This is just so much fun today.
Hello.
There we go. All right. I'm going to pop out, and it's all yours.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for waiting. I totally forgot about today's live. And here I am. I'm Jav from Cut and Make Crafts. And for this summit, I contributed a tutorial on how to make how to make straw toppers, the summer themed straw toppers in Affinity Designer. So I hope you guys had a time to check out that tutorial. If you guys have any questions that you would like to ask about Affinity Designer, this is a great time to ask them and pop them in the chat so I can answer them for you. And I'm sorry, my bird is screaming from the toilet because it wants to play some games. So you can hear it in the background. So here, Erin has popped up my tutorial photo. It's a very simple and straightforward tutorial, especially designed for beginners. If you have never used Affinity Designer, you can go in and try this simple tutorial out, and I'm sure you can follow along and create this super cute and adorable little straw topper, perfect for summers. And you can also play around with different shapes to create your own customized version. I'm just gonna close the door to stop this. Alrighty, so yeah, you can do so many things with the shapes in Affinity Designer. So it is an Indian ringneck parrot. It's yellow in color. You might see it on my profile at times at Cut and Make Crafts, and they scream very loud. Even though it's all the way in the toilet, you can still hear it here. So yeah, and they're known for being so talkative, and yeah, they just love their own voice, and loves to scream. So anyway, what else? So there's a new question from Amy. You said to set something to 72. It was really important. I couldn't understand what is it and why do we have to set it to 72? Great question, Amy. So the reason, so the DPI, I forgot what it was, the full form of it, but it's very important for creating vector files. So for example, or any kind of digital file. So usually we set the DPI to highest. So it's the number of pixels per square or something. So all our digital photos are in small pixels, like small dots. So 300 DPI is recommended for print photos, like when you're creating printables and stuff. So it should be 300 dpi. I think so, maybe. I'm not sure. Probably it's dots per inch. I really don't remember. So so for printouts, it's recommended that DPI should be 300 or more. However, when we are working with SVGs in Affinity Designer, there is some sort of issue or compatibility issue that when you export 300 dpi SVGs in Cricut design space, it really reduces the size of the design. So the workaround is to reduce the DPI to 72. And that usually works fine. It maintains the size of the SVG. Now we can do this with an SVG because we are not necessarily printing out the image. Like the SVG image is meant to be cut rather than printing it out. So it doesn't matter what it looks on a printout. So which is why we are able to reduce the size to 72 dpi and have that import. So when you import that in Cricut Design Space, it works fine. So I hope that helps and it answers your question about the DPI. So I'm not sure. Usually when I work with Adobe Illustrator, I haven't experienced this issue, but with Affinity Designer, there is a compatibility issue. The files that are exported at 300 dpi just shrink when they're imported in Cricut Design Space. So this is a workaround to reduce the DPI to 72 and then export your SVG file so it comes out in the correct size. So I hope that answered the question. And I do have another tutorial for learning how to create your own cake toppers. So this one is more in this tutorial. I didn't touch on using text because there's so many different ways you can use all these tools inside Affinity Designer to create something to create a completely unique SVG design. But usually in this time duration, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you can't cover everything. But if you guys are interested in learning more, or if you want another tutorial, then you can definitely check out the freebie that I've included in this event. It's another tutorial, and it'll also show you how to create text-based SVG designs. Because a lot of people want to create text-based SVGs or incorporate the text with the shapes design. And I have a tutorial that can help you with that if you follow the link for the free masterclass. So it's a completely new and different tutorial than what you get over here. So the more tutorials, the more projects you create using the various tools that are given in Affinity Designer, the better you're going to get at creating SVGs. Like you will understand how to use a specific tool to achieve a specific outcome, like for a specific SVG. So you can learn how to incorporate text and shapes together to create a card. Or you can use like the pen tool to trace and then incorporate that into your design. So there are different tools that you need to use to achieve one particular goal. So if you really want to master SVG designing and be like the run a successful shop, then you should have the ability to use all the tools to create a complex design, because that's what's working in the market right now. So let me know if you guys have any other questions regarding selling SVGs or making extra income from SVGs, even if you don't have an SVG shop, or something like that, I can give you some advice around that in that area. So let me know if you have any questions. I also have a podcast for SVG business. You can find tons of tips and uh, strategies that you can implement in your business in the podcast. So definitely check that out. It's SVG Business Podcast. So I think that is pretty much it. I just wanted to share with you guys. I do have a summit coming up in August. It's based on gifts and business. It's a holiday themed summit with lots of holiday based tutorials for cards and for gifts, especially gift boxes. We're doing a ton of gift boxes in this summit. So if you guys are interested, feel free to join my VIP list to stay tuned for the upcoming event. So that's pretty much it from my side. If you have questions after this, you can pop them in the chat in the Facebook group, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Yay! Thank you so much, Amy. I look forward to having you. Great. Yes, a big monitor definitely helps. My monitor, it's probably, I think, 36-inch, and it makes designing and everything so much easier. I really struggle when when I try to work on Affinity on my laptop, which is just 14-inch. So I highly recommend people who love designing to have like an extended monitor or something like that. All right, I think that's pretty much it. And